I love this little catchy music. Am I the only one who loves this catchy little music? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another show of Misfit's Room. Of course, I'm in my room, and my name is Misfit. I have a legal name, but we don't use that over here. We don't. All right. Anywho, I don't even know where to begin. It's been a wow. Oh, I can hear myself. Why can I hear myself? Anyways, it's been a wild couple of days. Um, in the celebrity world, in the entertainment world, I gotta unload everybody on the situation with Kanye West. Kanye West is on something, and I don't know what it is. But he is on something. He's on something. We just don't know what it is. And he, for the past 3 to 4 days, he's been losing his mind. And I need to address it because it's being force fed to me. It is. I didn't ask for it. It's being force fed to my face. And like, I want to ignore it so badly. And I just can't. Okay. And I'm already 2 minutes in talking about stuff that I have scheduled for later tonight. But like, I just have to get it off my chest because he's just been doing things and it's been driving me bananas. But I'm saving that to the end because I know it's going to be a long segment when I talk about Kanye because Kanye, me and Kanye have history, but we're going to talk about it later. We're going to talk about it later. Um, Hello, it is Friday evening, Friday night, probably Friday or Saturday morning for you, wherever you are. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, it is a dark day out here in Florida. We are still going strong out here in eastern Florida since the hurricane has passed. We are out just here, just chilling. At this point, it is October 7th, so I'm pretty sure that hurricane season is over for us. I'm not too sure about this, but usually August and September are the days, and we're in the clear. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, and I am not a scientist, that the hurricane days are over. Two, I am so exhausted because right before I started stream, not even exhausted, just like out of breath, and I really need to go to the gym, and I tell myself this I tell this every fucking day. I say it. I need to go to the gym, and I don't listen, and I have nothing is stopping me but me. Literally nothing is stopping me but me. I have a gym membership and I have a car. And my gym is right there. And even if I didn't have a car, I could still make it. Hell, I could like walk around and exercise, and I won't do it. So, right before I started the stream, I went to go use the bathroom, which is like literally like 3 feet from me, and I'm like out of breath. So I'm just gonna catch my breath. Um, but yeah, real quick, let's just get started with the normal news. That I start with number one. I usually tell you about what's been going on since I last saw you, and I'm just trying to remember. Again, not a lot of eventful things happened to me. Um, Besides, well, I guess I'll talk about it. I don't know if I want to. Nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's just this whole thing with a old friend slash person I used to know try to come back into my life, and then we try to schedule something together, and I already know this person's habits, so we scheduled it. And I was like, you know what? I've always scheduled things with said person, and then said person never shows up or never messages me or confirms anything. So I said, okay, let's confirm said plans. Said plans were confirmed. Said day for the plans came around, and said person never messaged me or showed up. That's one of the things that has happened. What else has happened? Not much. Oh, as you can see, I'm twisting around right now in this chair because I got myself a new chair. Now it's not the chair that I wanted. It's not, because I would much rather it be a little bigger. And I'm a little low to the ground. Oh. I'm exhausted. I would much rather have it a little like bigger on the back portion. I have really bad back problems. I don't know when it started, but it started a while back, and I've had really, really bad back problems, and it just keeps on festering, and I don't know what to do about it, and I refuse to go to the chiro. So I got this chair here. Let me just hold on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. It's a it's pretty much a basic chair, $33 chair that I got from Target. Self-assembled it myself in about like less than 15 minutes, I would say. Um, Fairly easy, but yeah, I got rid of the old chair because although it was sturdy and but it just kept squeaking, and then I like to lean sometimes, and it was just my back, and even still now my back. But at least I'm having more fun and I'm chilling and I'm not, But I really would wish that the back part was a little bigger. I wish I had, some armrests. I wish it would you know, but beggars can't be choosers. It was $33 anyway, so we're just gonna. What can we do? So that's pretty much all that has happened. Um, what's up, drunk? We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about. Yes, new chair. Treating myself, bro. Honestly, I feel good. I got a monitor. Got the ring light. Got the webcam. Got the mics. Everything's coming together. Everything's coming together. Although I do need some more things, but everything is coming together. I wish and I'm trying not to because I'm very compulsive. I I really really want a PC, like a real PC, because right now I'm using my MacBook doing this whole thing. But I really really want a PC because deep down inside, I really want to stream on Twitch and play games. Listen, don't judge me. That's really really what I want to do. Aside from this, I love this, but every other once in a while, I would love to stream some games because listen. We're not even gonna talk about it. We're moving on. We're moving on. The audio fix with second monitor, or we have aborted that mission. I know. I figured out a way. To make it make sense. The streaming platform that I'm using right now is situated in a way that I understand why it's not working. Had I had a PC, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have an issue with audio, but I know how to situate the audio with the second monitor. So we're good. We're good. We're chilling. But other than that, to wrap up my week, has anything else happened? Thinking, I'm still alive, and well, no, that's pretty much done. Basically, it's all the ridiculousness that's been going on in the media that I have to address because it's literally being force fed down my throat every time I open up Instagram, every time I open up Twitter. It's being boom, boom, more drama and more drama and more drama, and I'm just oh my god. And I want to delete Instagram and Twitter, but I can't because I'm chronically online that I freaking love it so much. So, with that being said, we're gonna just get started with my favorite story of all time. Is our lovely guys, the Try Guys. Now, if you don't remember, about 2 episodes ago, I think it was 2 episodes ago. Was it 2 episodes ago? Probably right before the storm or after. I don't know what time is anymore. The Try Guys, which was the four guys, Eugene, Ned, Keith, and Zach, they split. Ned is no longer there, considering that, he cheated on his wife. Not good. And since then, the Try Guys, although this is late news, I'm a little late. I think this came October 3rd. What's today? Today's the 7th. This came out 4 days ago, but I completely forgot to talk about it on last stream. So here we are. To be honest with you, last stream was a fucking disaster. It's a disaster. Last episode was disgusting. I was uncoordinated, had no energy. We talked about Jordan Peterson, and I posted it on my TikTok, and then all these incels started commenting on my thing, and I'm just like, what? A girl can't have an opinion? And I'm literally defending you incels. I literally posted a clip where I defended the incels, and I'm just like, listen, there are women who are out there who never really want a boyfriend or was never going to give you the time of day, but they know that they're going to go out and get some free dinner. I said that. I said that. I defended the incels for 1 second. And even then, I was still wrong. I was still wrong. The internet for you. Anyways, back to the Try Guys. So, since the whole splitting up thing has happened, we have an update. It's a little video that they have titled What Happened, and it would be real nice of me if I could just put it on screen. How am I doing? Is this better? Do we like this or do we like this? I don't like this. I like this better. Just say. So basically, the three new guys right here has come out with a statement about every. They said what happened, but they didn't really say what happened, and I hate when they do that. Like, you know what we want, but they're not gonna tell us because it involves a whole like wife and stuff. So, you know, oh, merch, bro, you you think so highly of me, and I don't know why. Anywho, okay, so they had this little this little video here. I'm trying to play it, and I'd rather not. Here we go. Let me know if you can hear it. I'm pretty sure I figured out the whole audio thing.
Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys.
What's really like, oh, you know what I mean? Is when is their faces throughout all of this. I'm just like, damn, it's like that. He is so mad, and they're just, like he's very mad. He's okay. First of all, I'm not being what's that word called? Homophobic. I love me, everybody. You know what I mean? But he looks like a very angry gay mom, or mom. He looks like a very angry mom. He looks like a very disappointed dad, and he just looks like the kid caught in the middle of a divorce. Oh, I feel so bad, but I feel like they're handling the situation very well, and I applaud them for it. Okay. His name is Eugene. We got Eugene over here on the left. We got Zach here in the middle, and then we have Keith over here on the right. And what's interesting about this, what I completely forgot to mention on the last episode, I think I mentioned it like for a split second, is that they're all like in a committed relationship. Like this guy has been with his boyfriend for I don't know how long. They've been together like for a long time now. He's literally engaged now and he's married. So like I'm pretty sure they take this very seriously. And then the fact that the guy who talks about his wife a lot did this, I bet you they're so pissed. And not only that, them two, his girlfriend and his wife, they all had a podcast together, and then his boyfriend would occasionally jump in here and there. So I'm just like, bro, you fucked with the wrong crowd. Here we go.
By now, we're assuming you've seen the Reddit threads and TikToks and tweets and news articles. We want to give you a timeline of what's transpired and some transparency into our...
Real quick, I'm drinking beer right now because it's the weekend and I just feel like it. I've had a great week and I want to. All right. So whenever you see me sipping this, if you're under the age of 21, this is very dark Fanta. Okay? Okay.
Our decision making. Throughout this video, there will be things that we want to say or go into further, but as I'm sure you're aware, there are some legal issues we have to consider as we go through everything.
On Labor Day weekend, multiple fans alerted
Bro, he's just so mad. He's just so mad.
us that they had seen Ned and an employee engaging in public romantic behavior. We reached out to check on that employee. Ned confirmed the reports and since confirmed that this had been going on for some time, which was obviously very shocking to us. And we just want you to know that we had no idea this was going on. All of that information was just as shocking to us as all of this has been for you this week.
And thus began a 3-week process of engaging with employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and more in order to make sure we were taking all necessary steps.
See, they found out, I think they said Labor Day weekend, so they knew, when is Labor Day weekend? The 5th, right? So now it's about like I love beer sometimes, but the gas, I can't. They found out Labor Day weekend, and then it broke out like 3 weeks after the fact. I just honestly, people like to speculate and say that I hate that I love this roller chair so much. Like I'm just, anyways. Okay, focus. I really don't think people are speculating that they knew because the whole thing has been going on with Ned and the other girl for like a long time. I just don't feel like they knew because the people that I feel like they've been, and I might be wrong because Ned fooled everybody and went and cheated on his wife, but they're very much like they're like very like protective of their image and what we like, you know what I mean?
From the jump, we were acutely aware of just how contrary this was to the values of the company we've built and those of everyone.
What? I told you what? I told you Ned was going to sue them if the money wasn't right. Did I miss something? Is he suing? Did I miss something? What are you talking about? Is he suing them? I hope not.
One who works here. This is something we took very seriously. We refused to sweep things under the rug. That is not who we are, and it's not what we stand for.
We immediately removed Ned from work activities and engaged an HR professional to conduct a thorough review of the facts. We also opted to remove Ned from our releases pending the results of that review. Over a few weeks, that's included removing his section from videos, digitally removing him from others, and choosing not to feature him in our merch throws. Honestly, I want to give major props to our editing staff for how deftly they've handled that. There are several videos that we've deemed as fully unreleasable. You will never see them, and that is due to his involvement. And that's a decision that has cost
Do
us
you
lots of money.
know how much that sucks? Because the way that they do content now, like they pretty much pre-record a lot of stuff. To get to where they are right now, like they have to pre-record a lot of stuff, and they just came out with a literal TV show, a TV show like that's on TV. I think it's on like Discovery Plus or something where they're like traveling and doing this whole cooking thing. Do you know how like hard that is to have just finished a TV show? Why are you barking? Why are you barking? Hello? I'm doing something. Something. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. Come back later. Okay. Good night. All right. What was I saying? They have a whole TV show together now. And they also have pre-recorded a whole lot of like episodes. So you can imagine the amount of money that is going down the drain having to cut him out of certain things.
We will not be able to recoup that money, but it's a decision we stand by proudly.
Now, we can't talk about the details of the review, but suffice to say, we found that Ned had engaged in conduct unbecoming of our team, and we knew that we could not move forward with him. So on Friday, September 16th, the three of us signed written consent of the members of Second Try LLC approving the removal of Ned as a manager and an employee.
That's what
We chose not to rush into the.
When you say this, Eugene mentioned talking to employment lawyers. What I feel like is that I feel like they did that so that the girl that was involved, who was the employee, doesn't come back and like try to sue them for anything. So they did it in the right way. That's what the employment lawyers are for. But I'm pretty sure that they like it's a whole company that the four of them put in together. So I'm pretty positive that they like bought him out of the company. Like they paid him to leave. I'm sure they didn't just fire him and give him nothing. Like he owns a fourth of the company. So I'm pretty sure they kind of like paid for his part for him to go. And honestly, in order to like make this not look any more like horrible, if I were Ned, I would just take the money and leave it alone and try to fix the whole issue that's been going on, with his family. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I don't know.
The announcement for a few reasons. Namely, there are real people who have been affected. And while we consider this a company matter, there's just also a family at the center of this.
Now, we were always planning on a public statement. and we're working towards that with our team. But in light of rapidly accelerating speculation, we knew we couldn't wait any longer. We are obviously incredibly shocked and deeply hurt by all of this. This is someone who we'd built a brand and a company with for 8 years. We feel saddened, not just personally, but on behalf of our staff and our fans who believed in us.
He's so mad.
I don't know that we'll ever be able to fully articulate the pain we feel at this moment. It's hard to rewatch old videos that we love and are proud of. We're losing a friend. We're losing someone we built the company with. We have countless memories with. We just made a TV show together.
And that's what sucks.
I'm sure many of you feel.
It sucks. And that's what really, really sucks for them. And I heard somebody mention, like, is it really, like, reasonable to, like, end a friendship, with Ned because of all of this? Because because the way that they were trying to explain it was like, had it been like just another person and not an employee, do we think that they would still be a whole, like, they would still be together? And honestly, whether it was with an employee or not, and it came out that he was like cheating, I feel like they still would have reacted the same way, because it's just like, we've built this damn thing for 9 years from the ground up. They've been together since BuzzFeed, and that's many, 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 many years ago. So it's just like, we've built this brand together, and you know what this brand is about. It's a family friendly sort of, like, kind of thing, and you've ruined it in front of everybody with your adultery. How could you? Knowing that, number one, Keith is married, number two, Zach is about to get married, and Eugene is very, very, like, in his relationship right now. Like you're ruining the image of it. If that were me, quite frankly, I would, like, literally cut you out too, because Ned cheated so blatantly and, like, in the face, like, in the public eye, without any regard. It's like, you don't care about the company itself that we built together, and you just you completely disregarded our friendship and our business, like, ship together. You just ruined that because you were so blatantly out and about in public as if you didn't give an F. I'd be mad too.
The same way. It's weird. We're sorry that this ever happened.
It's not just about doing anything wrong. Like, people can make mistakes, but it's just like, when it comes to, like, doing something within a group and the group built it together, the fact that he just was out and about in the public eye, it'd be different if it was like in private, but he was like looking to get caught. He was looking to get caught, and he did it in a way that he just completely disregarded the other three people. And it's like, you don't know how much of a public figure you are, that your actions is going to ruin everything for, like, you don't even know how much it could have ruined the three of these people's careers based on off of one person's, like, stupidness. I'd be upset too.
We don't know what more to say.
There's also our staff of 20 strong who they just don't deserve the negative attention our brand is now getting because they didn't do anything. But they're our family, and they're some of the most talented, creative minds in the world. And our primary focus right now is making sure they feel comfortable and proud coming to work. The work they do never ceases to astound us.
They were never.
And frankly, there's just no world.
What just happened? No. My friend, this is where you were wrong. They started removing him after they found out. They found out Labor Day weekend, which was like, what, September 5th or something? They found out then, and that's when they started the process. The only videos that he's been removed from is the last 3 videos that came out like 2 weeks ago. They knew a month ago, and that's when they started phasing him out. They never started phasing him out before they even knew. He was always going to be a part of the Dry Guys. They only started fading him out of all of the content when they found out. So that is incorrect. He's not playing. No. Fake news. Fake news.
In which we could have navigated all of this without them. Now, there are videos that were shot ahead of all this, right? We're going to be editing Ned out like the new season of Without a Recipe, and we're working with our editors and finding creative solutions to the...
All right. Let me give you... Drunk. It's almost like you don't pay attention. It's almost like you don't pay attention when we're doing these things. So wait, did they know before the video dropped or no? The cheating video? What do you mean? Okay, so they found out Labor Day weekend, beginning of September. The video literally dropped of him cheating, and then the whole thing blew up 3 weeks afterwards. They already knew, but the person who saw them leaked it 3 weeks later while they were already in the process of removing them when they found out. Because remember, the girl that was at the club messaged the girl's fiance, and that's when the whole thing started. That was a whole month ago. Then they started phasing him out. And then when people started noticing that they were phasing him out, the girl who had the stuff started leaking everything, saying this is why. I'm just being get your bro, stop changing my narratives. This you know what? Get out. Get out. Get out. Last week you were not even last week. On Friday you were not Friday, Monday. What am I talking about? Tuesday. You weren't here on Tuesday. And you hurt my feelings. Just because I wasn't here one day, all of a sudden I'm irrelevant. Stop. You don't even pay attention.
Footage. And we also have some branded videos that we've already committed to. So when you see a video that's sponsored in a few weeks and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, it is kind of weird. It's just how things are.
Can you imagine these videos when they start? I resubscribed to them just to see. Like, I honestly, I don't hate these guys. I just felt like I grew out of it. But then I was just like, why did I grow out of it? I don't know. I was just being in the phase. I really like these guys. But can you imagine the future videos of just them three, and then all of a sudden a sponsored ad comes up and it's just Ned, and you're just like, oh shit. Ugh. You know what I mean? That's gotta be so weird.
That's why.
Look, I get that when stuff like this happens, there's going to be speculation and gossip. And we ask that you respect the privacy of the family members
You know
and
I'm
employees
joking.
who may be
You know
caught
I
up in
kid.
this.
You know I kid.
We also want to remind you that the internet has a tendency to be a lot harsher towards women.
See, that's what I
than
didn't
men.
like. I watched this. I pre-watched this. Okay, I have thoughts already. But when he says this, when Eugene says this, I don't agree with
We
it.
also want to remind you that the internet has a tendency to be a lot harsher towards women than men.
That I do agree with, but in this sense, if we're talking about Ned and the girl he had an affair with, Ned has been getting more shit than the girl, and I don't understand why. You both had a part in this. You both are responsible. Y'all both did it. And nobody's talking about the girl that also was in the situation, which bothers me a little bit because it's just like, no, you don't just get to get away with it. Like, I haven't seen her made a statement, and nobody's been, from what I can see, nobody was dogging on her on the internet when this whole thing broke out. Maybe a couple here and there, but it was all over the whole Ned thing. There was not much going on with Alex, with the girl that was cheating with him. So it's just like I don't think so. Now, if he means it in the terms of Ned and his wife Ariel, then that's different. Don't bother Ariel. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't know. But that girl who was damn right having an affair with a married man that she knew who he was married, and she knows his wife. His wife literally like works with them. She's always there. It's just like you knew, and women, you were engaged to be married. I just don't feel like she has been given enough shit. I'm sorry, and I don't agree with it. I do not agree with it. I get in certain stances, you know, the women get the shit end of the stick, but in this instance, it's different. And I just feel like she hasn't gotten her due diligence. As if it was like in a regular circumstance where the girl is single and, whatever. I guess there's some whateverness to it, but she was engaged. Hell no. And nobody's talking about it either. Not one person.
So please, we ask that you exercise kindness.
Sorry, Eugene, I cannot.
Things will change here.
And you know what? It's honestly better. The whole brand of the Try guys, when I think Try, I think 3. I think that it works well with them.
We hope is that within this, there's also the opportunity for positive growth and better videos ahead. But it's going to be hard. This whole thing is going to be really fucking hard.
And we imagine you have lots of questions, a lot more questions right now. And we're going to have more to say in the future.
Big homie, that's not happening. He unfollowed her on everything. And if I was him, I would say, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell no.
Sure. Just right now, we're focused on bringing the best content possible between now and the end of the year, and then figuring out what the future of this channel looks like from there.
That's it for now. Again, more to come. Some things may change. We are just sort of figuring it out all one day at a time.
Thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And we look forward to introducing you to the next era of the Try Guys ahead.
Nice, cute little wholesome video there. Can't complain. You know, it's what we expect. You know, they did a really good job of like handling, you know, the whole situation. So I'm really I condone. I give them props basically. But since this video, they have come out with a podcast, kind of like going a little more in depth to the whole situation. And by in depth, they still don't talk about the actual people like involved, like the actual thing, which I mean, good for them. I don't think I would, but you know, they have a little podcast and they were just, you know, going in a little deep, and we're just going to quickly read right here. The Try Guys detail Ned Fulmer's ousting in the new podcast. We went through every stage of grief. In the new episode of the Try Guys podcast, Keith Habisberger and Zach Kornfeld opened up about opened up at length about the removal of Ned Fulmer from the company. In a new episode of the Try Guys podcast, Keith and Zach opened up blah 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 blah. I already said that. Why are you making me repeat myself? We processed this like a trauma. It really rocked our world, but also the ramifications were so clear. I don't think that really ever stopped to emotionally process it. Even still, I don't know that I have. He's so cute. Oh, he just looks like the boy next door. Let's see. We just needed to make sure that we were doing the right thing. There is a right way and a rushed way, and we wanted to make sure that they were doing it the right way. I think they did it the right way, and even the fact that you know they found out like Labor Day weekend, and then it didn't. They still, you know, were like trying to like not rush it and just remove him and make a statement. Like they were 3 weeks into like trying to like figure out what to do and make it proper to even make like Ned not look like, you know what I mean? To not just throw it in Ned's face. I think they were being number one, good business partners, and number two, a good friend in the light of everything. You know, yes, it was top tier PR. You bet. Habsburger linked to the experience to a breakup, saying that he listened to that's the most funniest part. Keith was like he listened to Olivia Rodrigo while Kornfeld emphasized the physical toll that it took on him. The fact that it was a transgression that was enacted publicly added a level of complication to this. That's what I'm saying. It was so public that it added a whole other level to it that just was not good, both friendship wise and like business partner wise, where we knew that there was a stick of dynamite with an uncertain fuse. And they literally knew it. And they were just like, we're trying to do it in the right way. But like in the back of their mind, they knew that this could literally pop off and like at any moment because some random person that was just out and about found out about it and it could just leak in like 2 seconds. Can you imagine the internal stress having to go out, you know, doing that? I'd stress me the hell out. And you know, there's this video that we just watched. A fourth, thank goodness, they said that a fourth guy is not gonna be added. They're not gonna add anybody. And good because they explained it. It's just like we'd hate to add somebody else to make it feel like they're trying to replace Ned and feel better than Ned. I just feel like just, you know, just cut him out and just be the three guys and that's fine. You know what I mean? We have prided ourselves for the last 8 years on being undramatic boys, and I can't wait to get back there. The whole fucking circus is not interesting to me, and I what and not what I ever want to be defined. I need to put my glasses on. Anyways, I think they're handling it very, very well. I think they're doing it good. I do not think that there is a Ned video, but hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm just gonna let me finish. He never posted a video, but hold that thought for a second, and I'm gonna show you something that I found really interesting. Anyways, the boys have been out and about doing PR and stuff. It's not funny, but the funny part about it is that Eugene is like nowhere to be found. He might be out doing, something else because I know he's been doing other like personal things like that he has like his own personal projects that he does every so often. But lately when I've been seeing posts about the Try Guys, like whenever they post something, it's usually the two boys and I'm just like, "Hello, where's Eugene?" I love this orange era. Look at it's always just them two, and I'm just like, where is Eugene? Why is Eugene not in none of this? Where is the third guy? Bro, if it ends up being just the two of them, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm going to lose it. They've just been doing PR, trying to figure it out all by themselves. Like what is this? Like, what is this? I wonder how the Try Guys are coping during all of this. Like, they're making it a meme now. They're literally making it a meme now. Oh my. Nope. Wait, what's happening here? What's happening here? What? What is this? What am I looking at? I wonder. Does he? Nope. 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 Wait a second. I wonder. It'd be smart for what's his name. I'm pretty sure they unfollowed everybody. Stop. Why has he not like? Come on, computer. Why are you so slow right now? What the hell? How did we get here? You saw what I clicked. I'm not crazy. You saw what I clicked. I'm not crazy. We're having some technical difficulties. I don't know how the hell we got here, but we got there. I don't know who that person is. Yo, this man needs to let it go. He still has like all the Try Guy stuff. Like, no. He needs to like, you know what I mean? Like, get rid of this. Like, no. Anywho, you mentioned Ned, and if you had any videos out there, I'm gonna show you something, and I need your thoughts. I need your thoughts. I really need your thoughts because when I saw this, I'm like, And then when I saw it on the H3 podcast talking about it, they had made a really good point, and I said, "Oh, you might have a point." So I need you to watch this clip and tell me how you feel about it, okay? So this is a clip from TMZ. Okay, and this is our source news. We're getting this news source from TMZ. Try Guys Ned Fulmer working things out, says wife amid cheating scandal. I just need you to look at this video and tell me how it makes you feel. And we're loading. And we're still loading. What's going on with my internet? It's just that TMZ, all this extra bullshit everywhere on this freaking website is what's the problem. My God. Look, everything around it is trying to freaking get it together. I'm trying to watch a video, guys, here. Like, what's going on? TMZ. Are you kidding me? All right. I'm going to read the chat right quick while that figures out what he wants to do. What did you say? Don't add anybody. That would make it worse. To me, And like you said, 3, yeah, 3 makes sense. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Eugene might low key be out too. I don't think Eugene is out. Um, Eugene is just like when it's like production, he's always there. But when it's like little things, like because they have a podcast together that they always would do, but Eugene's not very much like a podcast person, so it's just gonna be the two guys. Like they came out and oh, I'm gonna sneeze. They came out and said that the podcast was just gonna be between them two, which I get because um Eugene was never a podcast guy, but Eugene is always like there when it comes to like the other like YouTubey stuff. Like he's always involved. So is his boyfriend Matt, and then his Matt is also a part with like Becky and God, I forgot the other name, but I don't think he's out yet. I don't think. Or do you think that Ned ruined his chances of like leaving? It's not funny. It's not funny. Why are you saying stuff like that? All right, TMZ decided to work. Here we are. I need thoughts on this video right quick. Dum dum dum.
Hi guys. Hey, are you guys working things out?
Yeah,
You are?
working things out.
Well, that's good to hear. Hi Ariel. Hi Ned. Hey, what's next in your career, Ned?
We
Okay.
pick up our kids.
Okay, sure thing. Have a good day.
All right, you saw the video. Without any context or anything, I need to know what you think. I need honest reactions. I need to know what you think because at first glance, when this came out, and this came out the 29th, so I think it came out like 2 days later after everything exploded. And mind you, she found out like a whole month ago. And you know what I mean? And this came out. Like be mindful of the timeline. She found out, let's just say she found out September 5th, because that's when I remember what Labor Day weekend was. September 5th. And then the whole story broke out like September 26th, 27th. And then it is now September 29th. So she already knows for about 3 weeks now. And then they get caught by TMZ. I need your thoughts. I'll be honest, she's doing what 97% of the women in see, that's what I thought. And then I was watching the H3 podcast, and they made a good, valid fucking point. What the hell is TMZ doing following Ned and Ariel around? And how the hell would they know where to fucking find them? Hello? We're in a residential area. How in the hell? Are we fucking stupid? Are we stupid? Why in the world would TMZ be following these YouTubers for a freaking cheating scandal? They weren't out there with Adam Levine when he was doing it. Did we get any TMZ videos for them? I think not. Do we think this video is real? No. And you want to know what I think? I think Ned called it on himself. I think he did. There's no reason that TMZ would be following these people. And they really honestly wouldn't give a damn. They might write an article, but why would they be following these people? Honestly, I mean, if you think so, then you think so. But in my opinion, these are in the world of TMZ, these people, who are these people? These people are out for like Kylie Jenners and the Kardashians and the people up there. I have no idea why they would be following, especially Ned and Ariel Fulmer. That makes no sense to me. I feel like Ned called it on himself, and I feel like she was like ambushed. And it's like, I don't think she's happy. I mean, you can only imagine what their life dynamic is, how their house is like set up. And it's just like, it's not like he's gonna just like leave the house. They have 2 kids. It's not like she can just be like, get out. Her kids are like toddlers. Like, how do you explain that to them within a month? You know what I mean? So I was just like, ain't no way that the TMZ was just following them. And I feel like he called it on himself because he knows how Ariel is, because she's gonna put any person who's been, and I'm not going to say any person. I feel like a lot of people who are going through these things, you know, in the public eye, to make it like not so much like, especially for their kids, they're not going to make it look like so much worse than it is, especially to like, and I hate that women do this sometimes, but they do. They try to not put the father of their kids down because they don't want their kid to look at their father any differently. None of my business, but I just feel like she was ambushed, and it's just like, what is she supposed to do but smile and just say we're working on it? Because I feel like she was embarrassed. Honestly speaking, there's no reason in my mind, and there might be. Shoot, I don't know. I'm just commentating. I feel like he called it on himself. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Why would TMZ be following them? Why? Exactly, and they did not seem caught off guard. But look at. Let's rewatch the video for a sec. Let's just watch. Look at him. You see, it's almost like he knew, and then she's like, "What the hell?" He's just like casual smiling. She's like, "What the?" You ever, you ever be out with like certain friends or like your moms, your parents, or whatever, and you're just smiling, or they're talking to you, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on?" You know what I mean? That I feel like she's doing that right now. I feel like she was ambushed. You know?
Hi guys. Hey, are you guys working things out?
She's very like chill, and he's just like, I knew they were coming.
You are?
Working things out.
Well, that's good to hear. Hi Ariel. Hi Ned. Hey, what's next in your career, Ned?
We
Okay.
pick up our kids.
Okay, sure thing. Have a good day.
I don't know. I don't trust Ned. I don't trust him. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling it. I'm not. I'm not. And considering already all the bullshit he's put her through, I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't. Honestly, the video does make me slightly feel better about Ned. Like he's almost redeemable to still make contact. Maybe him and his wife. Well, bro, I don't even know. And you know what? It's not up to me to like, give my opinions, but I'm gonna give my opinion. But like, I don't know how I would feel about that. I was like, you publicly like embarrassed me, and you didn't care, and you did it with somebody that I knew, and you did it worst of all with an employee that I saw almost all the fucking time, and it's been going on for how long? I just don't know how. Me personally, I don't know. I wouldn't be able, like, how do you trust after that? Like, that's insane. Unless they had some sort of like underlying agreement, then that's fine. Whatever. But I just feel like, like, don't embarrass her like that. TMZ is never that far back when they run into celebrity. Something sketchy. It is sketchy. It's sketchy as fuck. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We're going to be talking about something else. We're going to be moving on right quick, but I unfortunately really have to use the bathroom. I've been trying to hold it, but like I really need to go again. My thing is just frozen. Uh-oh, what's going on? Okay, I really need to use the bathroom. Don't hate me, but I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I really had to go. The awful thing about drinking is the constant, like, once you pee one time, you're peeing every 5 minutes. It's ridiculous. I hate it. But anyways, that is the story. We don't know where it's gonna go from here, but it's gonna go somewhere. I don't know. and the other people, the other 3 guys have just been eating it up and making content out of them, and I mean, can you blame them? I don't think so. So, next thing on the thing that I really wanted to talk about is Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. Is that happening? Is that happening? Well, let's see. Something is odd is going on here. So basically, and I'm gonna be just playing this Philip DeFranco video because I know the gist about it, but I don't know all the detailed details. But I'm sort of a little bit caught up. I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm so fucking out of shape. Oh my god. So basically, when the whole thing
at this your video
what the hell is
and
going
that
on?
and that.
Why are you playing? The disrespect. The disrespect to YouTube. Why? Disrespectful. Anyways, how do I word this in the way that it makes sense? Um, in a music video that Bud Bunny recently put out, I forget the name of the song, but towards the end or part of the music video, there's a little like documentary part of it. Excuse me, where he talks about how there are like there's this how do I explain it? Puerto Rico is in like deep shit, especially right now after the whole hurricane thing. But they were always like in like deep shit. And the U.S. had created this program in order to like many years ago, many years ago, they created this program in order to like bring more people to like live in Puerto Rico. You know, to kind of like I guess bring up the population. If I'm not mistaken at all, I think that's why they did it. But they gave non-residents some sort of tax exemption if they bought a house and lived in Puerto Rico, like as their primary residence, and they would have some sort of like tax write-offs and stuff like that. Well, as part of that, you know, certain people have been like, you know, gentrification in a sense where it's just like the rich are moving in and they're starting to push out people, and then there's just random buildings because people can't afford them anymore, and they do it on purpose because they want to tear the whole thing down and build new things in order to like make it you know, in order to make money and then to have all the rich people come, and then you're just basically pushing out all the Puerto Rican people. It was gonna turn bad either way, but it looked like a good idea in the beginning, but then after all these years later, then all you have is a whole bunch of millionaires who buy houses there to be exempt from certain taxes, and then when shit like a hurricane comes around, they fucking flee the fucking the province. It's a province, right? They leave, and then they never contribute anything to the island once devastating things happen. Now, do rich people have a duty to do certain things like that? It's a touchy subject for me. It's like but we're not gonna talk about that. So basically, in his video, he calls out like a couple of like rich people, and then he also calls out Logan Paul because Logan Paul moved and bought a house out in Puerto Rico, and then Logan Paul got his butt hurt, and then it turned into, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, isn't that something? You know what I mean? No, the Americans can never the Americans can never do a goddamn thing wrong. God forbid all the Mexicans move all up in here. But y'all wanna go down to Mexico and ruin all their shit. Right? Right. And then the Mexicans can't say a goddamn thing because they're already poor and they can't even defend themselves in Mexico. And they can't even. They're fucked both ways. Fuck America sometimes, honestly. Honestly, respectfully. Not respectfully, honestly. Fuck you, America. It's the dumbest shit to live in this country. And the whole American dream when it first, like, when it was just, it's a fucking sham. It's a scam and it's stupid. It's a waste of fucking time. And it's like the American dream is like not even a thing to me anymore. And honestly, like people like me and the younger generations that are gonna come after me that live in other places, they couldn't give a fuck about coming here anymore. I can tell you that much. I don't even want to be here half the time. But the only reason I'm here is because my family is here and they're already at the point in their lives where they don't want to fucking go anywhere. So I'm fucking stuck here. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck America. No, thank you. Anyways.
Sup, you
I'm gonna jump around this Philip DeFranco video because if you really want to watch it, go watch it on your own. Give the man some views. I don't want to make it seem like I'm stealing anybody's content, but this is where the story came from.
Beautiful bastards, welcome back. Make sure you hit that like button, otherwise we'll punch you in the throat. And let's just jump into it. Hurricane Ian is officially attacking America right as I was recording right now. The eye made
Hurricane
landfall with
Ian.
mainland Florida. And the footage coming out of the area is terrifying, with Fort Myers in
Hold on,
particular
hold
getting
on.
battered by this storm. We've seen intense winds as well as a multi-foot storm surge that's flooding coastal areas, with the city only getting a small break as the eye of the storm is moving over the city. The now
Wait, what the
Category
hell?
5 hurricane is expected to make...
Where is it? No. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. More storm. Where the hell is it? Why didn't I timestamp it? I'm unprofessional. Do, 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 do.
Senator Marco Rubio to also call for the Jones Act to be waived. And the thinking around this shouldn't just be short-term, right? How can we solve the long-term issue?
Wait,
Americans going to the island and building multi-million-dollar homes there. Local officials on both sides of the aisle have long wanted it repealed, claiming that it permanently...
Okay. Now I'm going to go back a little bit because he's going to explain it, and then we're going to watch... Right. Sorry. I was not prepared.
Is very controversial. It's one of the most egregious remnants of America's most blatant imperialist past. I mean, it forces a territory to only get goods from the mother country, which is something that colonies around the world have complained about throughout history. I mean, ironically, or you could say hypocritically, it was one of the driving factors in the American Revolution. But apparently we were like, death to the king, long live the king. But for everyday Puerto Ricans, the Jones Act causes more down-to-earth issues, right? Not only does it make things like getting fuel to the island more expensive, but it also causes basic building materials to rebuild the island after storms.
They're just making it difficult. I hate the fact that Puerto Rico is like the US. Like they're citizens too. And I hate the fact that they are like so neglected and for no fucking good reason anyways. It's just another empty in their mind right now, in the capitalist minds of all these fucking CEOs and shit. Right now that's an empty fucking piece of land. All those thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that are living there right now, they don't even think that they exist. It's just a plot of land for them. And it takes literally nothing for them to just raise prices, make it difficult for supplies and things, and to help rebuild when storms like this happens. Hello, this is a place, this is an island that's part of the US. This is a US territory. And the fact that hurricane after hurricane and all these disasters happened in Puerto Rico, and they have still yet, even up until this day, when Hurricane Ian has passed, there's this one bridge that was damaged from the previous hurricane that they have still yet to fucking fix, got fucking ruined again. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Right now, that Puerto Rico right now is a fucking... It's just the plot of land for all these rich people, and it'll take them literally 2 seconds to raise fucking prices, make it difficult for Puerto Ricans to live there, push all of the poor Puerto Ricans or middle class or whatever all the way to a little corner in the back, while they build it up and make it some sort of American fucking city and make it overpriced for no goddamn reason.
Like Fiona, very expensive, leading to figures like the Archbishop of San Juan and Senator Marco Rubio to also call for the Jones.
And you know what? And I'm fucking pissed. You know what? And I'm fucking pissed. And what really fucking pisses me off about this entire fucking thing is half of these people in these companies, in these capitalist companies that are CEOs and rich people, they're all fucking old. The vast majority, the 1%, are fucking old. You will not even get to you're not gonna live to experience it in the right fucking way. And you are so, even just in general, not just about Puerto Rico, in fucking general, half of the shit that you're trying to build up, you are never going to experience. And you're ruining the lives of other people just for the last 2 years of the life that you have left. Oh my God.
Jones Act to be waived. And the thinking around this shouldn't just be short term, right? How can we solve the long term issues that the island faces? And the desire is there. Local officials on both sides of the aisle have long wanted it repealed, claiming that it permanently stifles the economy, an economy that more and more mainland Americans are taking advantage of. Right? Because while it's always there, this hurricane has also refueled anger over wealthy mainland Americans going to the island and building multi-million-dollar homes while saying very little about the disaster. Notable among these being Logan Paul, who has reportedly been a resident for nearly a year now after building a $13 million home there, which is why we've seen so many locals criticizing him, other critics saying, hey, Logan Paul, don't you live in Puerto Rico? Sucks how you call it home and the natives, your neighbors are suffering. As well as Logan Paul and all you millionaires, where the fuck are you at now? What are you doing for Puerto Rico to help? Want to keep buying property? All of yous are full of shit. Well, this is something that we've talked about in the past. The person that has blown this up the most recently is Bad Bunny. He, if you didn't see, recently turned his El Apagón music video into a documentary about the struggles Puerto Rico faces and heavily focused on millionaires like Logan Paul who come to avoid many taxes.
En Puerto Rico hay una ley que le permite a los extranjeros no pagar ciertos impuestos cuando se mudan aquí. Se llama la Ley 22, que ahora es parte de la Ley 60. Y gracias a esta ley, cuando una persona se muda a Puerto Rico, no paga nada de impuestos por las ganancias de sus inversiones en cosas como acciones, criptomonedas y bienes raíces.
We're gonna rewind it. At first, I had a little bit of like not a soft spot, but because the whole act, the Act 22, the act that let this thing become a thing, it's basically a thing that lets non-residents of Puerto Rico move there and they'll be tax exempt. But what they fail to mention in the fine lines, it's for things for capital gains taxes, for things such as stocks, cryptocurrency, and real estate. Well, there you fucking go. Well, there you fucking go. Had it been just a normal thing where normal people like me could just move to Puerto Rico and just, live the life on an island, that would have been fine. But no, it's tailored to these people who are trying to be tax exempt from stocks and cryptocurrency and real estate. Do you understand why now? And I was slightly, even up until right now, until like I really clicked in my head, I was slightly like trying to push back because I felt like Logan Paul was getting a little bit too much hate for the whole thing. But then I was just like, it's not just Logan Paul. It's everybody who is seeing these natural disasters happen. They have all this money. They buy land once a hurricane passes by and they're in disastrous whatever moments, but they use that moment and they take the money and the no taxes that they have to pay in the whole real estate process. They go buy a property here, buy a property there, build it up. Without a regard, Red Cross and everybody's over there, next door neighbor trying to help everybody out, and 2 streets down, you got a millionaire trying to build this house, spending all this money, trying to build a multi-million-dollar house with no taxes, and that's fine. No, no, no. It's sick. It's disgusting. It's so I can't.
Criptomonedas y bienes raíces.
I'm moving to Puerto Rico.
It also touches on a lot of the other issues that the island faces, like gringos buying cheaper properties that locals would use for housing and making them rentals for tourists. And after today's show, I'll link to it down below. I cannot recommend you check it out enough. And also to that end, I'm going to link to some charities and food banks down below where you can send donations to try and help, which is something. But I mean, even all the money in the world, it's not going to fix the issues that the Jones Act causes. And then internet weirdos are
So that is what happened with that. Okay. And then Logan Paul gets wind of this whole story, and then he all of a sudden feel like he has to come out and defend himself. Like, the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me? And then he tries to throw shots at Bad Bunny. And I'm just like, sir, what? In what world? In what actual world? Let me catch up with chat right quick. Having politicians who wasn't 80 years old would just make too much sense. Honestly,
Taking advantage.
let me pause this real quick. Don't even get me started on all of the politicians that are basically walking corpses right now. All of them, every single one of them. I don't like the fact that people who are 2 times older than the vast majority that are living right now are trying to make decisions for us, especially when 50 years ago they lived in a whole different time. 20 years ago they lived in a whole different time. And they're usually so stuck in their prime years. Those prime years when they're doing so good, their mindset from those prime years never changes. They're the same person year after year after year. They're stuck in their prime days when they were always good. And they never change. And they think that they're doing what's best for the country when they really don't know a goddamn thing. There should be a rule that if you are past 65, retirement age, why are politicians out here working past retirement age? Retirement age is damn near 65 all around. Explain to me. Explain to me why people in politics that are senators and representatives and presidents and stuff like that and mayors and all them damn shits are well over 65. Explain it to me. Explain it to me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because when you're 65, they give you the boot. It's time to retire. It's time to go find a lake house. You know, time to go whittle a creature out of soap. You know, time to visit the grandkids. Time to have your grandkids over all the fucking time. Tell me where in the fucking book it says as soon as you turn 65, you gotta become a politician and stay a politician until you damn near die. Like all of the Supreme Court justices that sit there until their dying fucking day. Explain that to me. And I hate getting political because it pisses me off and I just keep going. But still, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. I can't. Oh my god. Basically, if you ain't getting serious money, it don't apply to you. Basically. So, here it is. Exclusive. Logan Paul accuses Bad Bunny of exploiting Puerto Rico, claims that Bad Bunny is privately using the same tax program he is publicly condemning. The thing is that the tax program that Logan Paul is using is specifically, and if I'm mistaken, then I'm mistaken, but it's clearly written out for non-Puerto Rican residents. As far as I'm concerned, Bad Bunny was born in Puerto Rico. And you can Google Wikipedia it right now. Bad Bunny was born there. If he wants to build a house and buy a house, this is his God-given right. He was fucking born there. Logan Paul was not. So that's where you're wrong, my guy.
Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican living in Puerto
There you go. He's a Puerto Rican living in Puerto Rico. You just contradicted yourself in the first fucking three words.
Rico, who is privately taking advantage of the same tax program that he is publicly condemning.
No. No. You literally contradicted yourself in the first 5 fucking seconds. That's not how it works.
Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican.
Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican
living in Puerto Rico.
Living in Puerto Rico. He's a Puerto Rican living in Puerto Rico.
Who is privately taking advantage of the same
Privately taking advantage. My guy. But if a Puerto Rican who is well off, if a normal Puerto Rican decides to create a business and their business booms and they never left fucking Puerto Rico and somehow, some way, by just blood, sweat, and tears make a profitable fucking business and is out there every single fucking day and now they're millionaires. They can't have a nice house like Bad Bunny all of a sudden.
Same tax program that he is publicly condemning.
Is that true?
And I know this, and I see things like this, and it hurts. And there are local Puerto Ricans who know about this. So I see this music video that has stuck me in the middle of it. That surrounded by context that makes me look like a vulture in Puerto Rico.
Because you are. Because if I'm not mistaken, your boy moved out there about last year, a year and a half ago. You know what he was doing a year and a half ago? Trying to push a cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Your boy, if I'm not mistaken, a year and a half ago was trying to push out some cryptocurrency. What happened to that little cryptocurrency scheme you had there? I wonder why you were in Puerto Rico, my friend. Why were you in Puerto Rico, my
Things
friend?
like this, and it hurts. And there are local Puerto Ricans who know about this. So I see this music video that has stuck me in the middle of it. That surrounded by context that makes me look like a vulture in Puerto Rico. And again, while I love Bad Bunny, I cannot personally support the hypocritical nature of his exploitation.
Sir, it's not hypocritical. The act literally says, and if I look it up right now, and if I'm wrong, then I'll address it. But the Act 22 literally said that it's for non-Puerto Rican residents are exempt from certain tax whatevers. Bad Bunny is a literal born person of Puerto Rico and he lives there. It's not the same for Logan Paul, who was born in, I don't know, Connecticut, Ohio, whatever, to then come to Puerto Rico for his own selfish needs because we already know what he came there for allegedly cryptocurrency, but we're not, I'm not even going to touch on that. As long as an individual is a bona fide resident and their source of income is in Puerto Rico, oh, would you look at that? They will not have to pay a federal income. You can't. First of all, I can't get over the fact that you literally contradicted
Bunny
yourself in the first 2 seconds of the damn video. Bad
Is
Bunny
a Puerto Rican
is a Puerto Rican
living in Puerto Rico.
Who is
privately.
There's no privately taking advantage of the system. You're doing it because it was tailored to people like you who are using it for your cryptocurrency. Now, if Bad Bunny was out here doing cryptocurrency rug pulls, then you best believe I'd be all over his Puerto Rican ass like beans on rice. I would be. And I can say beans on rice because I am Latina, okay? I can say things like that. And I would be all over his ass. I would. But as far as I know, he's not. And if you can tell me that right now that he is, I'll call his ass out right now. Not that he gives a fuck who I am, but I'd call him out. Now, Logan Paul, my guy, you moved out there about a year and a half ago, if I'm not mistaken. What were you doing a year ago? Trying to shill some cryptocurrency company that went where in the toilet? Which you were exempt from any taxes on, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And I don't hate Logan Paul. I don't hate Logan Paul. Logan Paul has been making these character arcs in a way where him and his brother were so fucking bad. They were so fucking just off the rails, like wild. They were so wild. But Logan for me and Jake in his own ways, but not that much. Logan has been in a way making a name for himself in a way, his character arc is just been, he's just been upping himself. In this instance, my boy, you're wrong. You got called out. Accept it and try to do something to help, okay? I can't sit. I can't. No. No. And that also brings us to another question that I just really I have conflicting thoughts about. Now I'm going to burp. I have conflicting my bow, my hair, I'm a mess. I have conflicting thoughts about because the whole thing with do I say celebrities or do I say rich people in general? Because I feel like celebrities, are giving too much responsibilities when it comes to social things, when it comes to donation things, like when the hurricane, let's just use this instance. When the hurricane happened, I'm assuming Logan Paul left when he heard shit was about to get wild and left. And he's, from what I know, he hasn't contributed anything for any. If he hasn't, okay, good. But if he hasn't contributed any donations to I don't know, hurricane relief, FEMA, whatever it is called. I don't know if people are honestly obligated in a sense to do that, But if it's a company, I don't know. Listen, I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to get myself into deep shit. I don't know how to explain it in a way that it makes sense, but I feel like when it comes to celebrities, I feel like celebrities are put into a situation where they're expected to be like a second or third god and fix everybody's problems. And there's nothing wrong with donating out of your free will, but when it's expected of you in a way, it's just weird to me. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. I get the whole part of oh, you live there and you're rich and you're not, contributing to help your community and stuff like that. But it's just I don't know if that's you know what I liken it to? I liken it to the fact of you work at a restaurant, you know, God, I'm gonna get this is what I'm gonna drunk, pay attention, drunk, pay attention. I'm gonna get canceled for this, and you're gonna remember this fucking day. I liken it to like restaurants, okay? You have a waiter, you have the owner, and then you have the customer. You know, the customer comes in, has their food, the waiter waits on them, yada yada yada, go back and forth, whatever. At the end of the meal, the customer has to do two things. Number one, pay for their meal. Ooh, ooh, my bad. I just touched the camera. Whoa. Number one, the customer pays for their meal. And number two, the customer has to debate whether or not to give said person, the waiter, a tip. Now, the only reason we Americans tip our, people is because number one, certain people have already been waiters and they know how much they fucking make. And number two, there are restaurant owners that do not pay their fucking workers enough to make a living, and most of these people are living off of tips. So my question to the world is just like, there are people like me who live paycheck to paycheck, and every little minor thing that we buy is like a big fucking deal. Like this $33 chair was a $33 fucking chair. And if I'm gonna go to a restaurant, I'm treating myself. And I'm budgeting out. I'm gonna eat a fucking rack of ribs and all these fries, and I'm portioning it out. Like in my mind, I'm not making money to pay your worker for the job that they do. And now there's nothing wrong with tipping people just because they just made your day. I'm going off of a tangent, but I hope you understand. There's nothing wrong with tipping a person because they made your day. Because that's like she was fucking great, she was awesome. But like then you get a horrible person, or a person that just was neither mean nor nice. They were just waited on us and never it was just here and there and whatever and left. And it's like you're obligated to like tip them, and then if you don't tip them, you're like a horrible person. And then it's just like, when you really think about it, I was like, honey, I'm not your boss. In what world makes you think that I'm supposed to tip you a certain amount? You know what I mean? Which is just like, why is like society so ragged on by people for not paying their waiters enough tip, but like nobody's calling out their bosses for not paying them a livable wage? I don't know, and I know this is gonna get taken out of context, but I that is a touchy subject for me. But that's what I like in this too, the whole rich people and celebrities, and stuff like that, having to like give money to when things like this happen, like disasters, like earthquakes and hurricanes and COVID relief and stuff like that. It's okay if you do it, out of your own like free will, but I feel like if it's expected from you, that's a little weird, don't you think? I think it's a little weird. I used to not tip 15% till I dated a waitress, and she literally gave me an hour speech about it. But again, and I reiterate, I didn't hire the waiter. You applied for a job and you got hired to work at this restaurant. Why am I all of a sudden your boss? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of a meal, I'm basically giving you a performance review, and then I'm tipping you based off of how well you came and took my order and brought my order and like, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, I'm gonna get canceled after this. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from that. I gotta stop talking about that. I gotta stop. You're ruining it. I gotta stop. This isn't good. I look bad right now. No, you're changing my narrative. Drunk. You gotta stop. You're changing my narrative right now. I can't do this. I gotta stop talking. Why are you letting me talk? You're letting me talk. And I shouldn't be talking right now. I don't like how you're controlling this narrative right now. You're controlling a narrative. And I don't like it. I'm gonna ban you for a day. Ugh, I hate when I'm forced to tip. Wait, what? I hate when I'm forced to tip like it's automatic 15%. And what I hate recently is when there are certain restaurants where it's like, this isn't like God damn it, drunk. I don't want to talk about this. But there are certain restaurants where they have this little like machine and it's already programmed into it. And some people, like if we're at a restaurant or whatever, some people are a little tipsy or whatever, and they don't acknowledge that it's already like checked off or added to it. And then once they sign off and the waiter comes back with the receipt, they leave more tip. And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't get to just decide what I tip. A tip if I'm not mistaken, is a voluntary payment or donation or whatever you want to call it. You cannot just automatically add it to my bill. And some restaurants do that. They just automatically add it to your bill. And I was like, in what world? I didn't ask you. Excuse me? No. And there are restaurants who do that, and it drives me insane. And I'm so anal about it that I'm the first one to like look at my receipt, and if it says tip, I literally look the waiter in the eye and the waitress and call me mean or whatever, but I literally look them in the eye and I said, "Can you bring me back the check? Like bring me back the receipt, but take the tip off, and I'm gonna decide what tip I give you." I hate when it's thrown in my face and like, oh, if I say something, then I look like an asshole. And it's just like you can't just take whatever tip you want to. You can't just click whatever because it's already automatically. Oh, the tip is already included. What makes you think that the tip that you gave yourself is what I was gonna give you? I literally and people might sometimes the family looks at me like I'm an asshole. It's like you don't just some people are asshole waiters. You don't get the right to just add it and then pretend like you just hand me the thing to like put my card in and sign away. And I'm like, no, ma'am. Give me the receipt, take the tip off, and I'll decide what tip I give you. You can't just throw it into my face like that. And we're gonna move on from that because if not, I'm gonna cancel myself. I'm gonna cancel myself. Oh my god. If he was famous, you'd be canceled for sure. But like I said, quick story. I went out with somebody and the person tried to double tip and like it's already in the bill and they was like, but they did a good job. No, I mean, if they did a good job, then that's fine. But like, let me add it. Don't just add it yourself. Let me do it. Cause now, and it's not the waiters that are doing it. It's sometimes the owners forcing it on the employees, and it's just like the owner is trying to like, no, you pay my worker their salary. You do that. I'm not gonna do it. You do it. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm gonna move on from that because, and I said I was gonna stay away from politics, but we're gonna read through this real quick, and then we're gonna move on into our boy Kanye West, and that's gonna take us a hot minute. Oh no! Thank goodness I saved Kanye West till the end because I have thoughts. I have a lot of fucking thoughts on Kanye West, but anyway, we're not gonna start there. So President Biden, yesterday was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. He has. Let me look at the correct wording here. He has pardoned prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possessions. Good thing for him, you know. I like to see the POTUS Dark Brandon over here do good things for the community. Not that it's a grand fucking thing, because the amount of people that he pardoned, I'm sure like a couple, hundreds of thousands, is not like for like petty, when people get arrested for like petty stuff, like an ounce or something, whatever. But it's not like you'll get what I'm saying. But it's good for him, but it's not like a whole big grand fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you just like illegalize it, like make it legal, and then I would applaud you. Right now I'm giving you a little tiny clap, but if you just would just illegalize it, how do you say it, make it legal, then it would just make it a whole better, bigger story. And but beggars can't be choosers. Anyways, he tweets, as I've said before, no one should be in jail for using or possessing marijuana, so then why don't you make it legal? I don't know, but do you? Today I make oh my god. Today I'm taking steps to end our failed approach. Allow me to lay them out. And then he continues saying, first, I'm pardoning all prior offenses of simple marijuana possessions. There are thousands of people who are previously convicted of simple possession who may have been denied employment. That's the thing, to be denied employment, housing, and all these, you know what I mean? For you see my hands right here? An air quote. For a felony or whatever. Just because you had a simple ridiculous marijuana charge. You know how much people's lives have been fucked over that? Ridiculous. And then all of a sudden you're just gonna pardon it. Like it's just gonna be like, oh, so the 20, 40 years that you ruined my fucking life because I couldn't get a job out of that one fucking offense when I'm just a normal fucking dude who's just a stoner every now and then. I don't do crimes and all of that stuff. You're just gonna, you know what I mean, ruin my life over a simple possession? Are you kidding me? But I digress. I digress. Uh, my pardon will remove this burden. I don't think so. There's already so much damage to be done, but what can I do? What can I say? Second, I'm calling on the governors to pardon simple state marijuana possession offenses, just as just as no one should be in federal prison solely for possessing marijuana. No one should be in jail or state prison for that reason either. That's another thing why I say like this little like pardoning thing that he did really is like meh, because a lot of states still have their own laws and people are still in state prison. It's different if you're in federal prison because that's a whole, the of States of the 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 whole United States of the America. But there are people who are in, Florida, Texas, or whatever it is where it's not legal, and the president can do all the fuck he wants, and they're gonna be like, I don't give a shit. It's a state offense now. Boo. What are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like this thing is a whole meh, but it is a step in the right direction. You know what I mean? Third, we classify marijuana at the same level as What? We classify marijuana at the same level as heroin and more serious than fentanyl. It makes no sense. Exactly. I'm asking. I don't know who that is, and the Attorney General to initiate the process of reviewing how marijuana is scheduled under federal law. Good. Like that's a step that we need to take. Make it not illegal. Legalize it. I'd also like to note that as the federal and state regulations change, we still need important limitations on trafficking, marketing, and underage sales of marijuana, which is true. I mean, here's my thing. Drinking is a vice that a lot of people, partake in, you know. But there has been a whole lot of things that, America has been able to do to make it, not legal for people to buy liquor. If you're under the age, I guess, of 21, and then in certain places, I don't know, a different age, but, under, 21. We've already made the whole, God, I'm losing the words. Like, we already made all these regulations for beer and alcohol and all that stuff. But you have to look at it in the same. You have to look at weed in the same way as that. It's like we're not saying that if you're under 21 that no one's gonna buy you a fucking beer for free. You think that people right now aren't getting beers and they're under 21? I, for one, will admit here that I've had friends who were already 21 and I was still like, I don't know, 19, 20, and I was able to like be at my house and have a little sip here and there. You don't think that that's happening? That's happening. You just have to just let it happen. But the continuing cycle of making it illegal and people are being put into the system, that's the problem. Legalize it right now, and then I guarantee you, after a year or two, maybe 5 years max, it's going to turn into what liquor is, where it's sold everywhere and people can trust where it is because I can go to the store and buy a drink and trust it, you know what I mean? As opposed to like, if I get it from my friend, you never know what my friend, even though he's my friend or she's my friend, you never know what they're going to put in it. But I can go to a store, I can buy liquor, and I'll be good with it, but you have to be a certain age to buy it. Legalizing marijuana would do the same thing. I would go to certain stores, prices would be regulated everywhere, none of your plugs and all of that will try to, like, skimp you out of some weed and stuff like that and make you pay more than when you know what I mean? It'd be a level playing field. And you go to a place that you trust, it'd be the same price everywhere, and you have to be a certain age to buy it. Where's the wrong in that? You know what I mean? And half the shit that people be bringing from your friend of a friend, from a friend's plug of a friend here, now is being like laced with a whole bunch of shit. Like, no, no, no. But that's just my thoughts. The day, what? The day I can go to Walgreens and get a pre-rolled blunt will be a magical day. There are places where you can do that. Not Walgreens, but you know what I mean. That'd be a good thing though. That'd be fun. Not a smoker myself that much. I used to be like like I would smoke all the damn time, and then I don't know, I just did it too much. And I was just like, nah, I'm bored now. Anyways, to finish off, sending people to jail for possession of marijuana has upended too many lives, like I said, for conduct that is legal in many states. That's before you address the clear racial disparities around prosecution and conviction. Today, we begin to right these wrongs. Good on you, President Biden. Although you've had a sketchy past because he has been, directly responsible for a lot of the things that have happened many years ago with, the stop and frisk and stuff like that. I'm just not gonna forget President Biden. I'm not. You've single-handedly participated in actions like that, that have gotten certain minorities in like trouble for no fucking reason, but good on you for trying to change. Right. And we're moving on from politics because now it is time to talk about the tumor that lives on in, in everybody's brain. And that is Kanye West. Now, it's hard. It's hard because I grew up with Kanye in a way. Like I used to sing songs with like my brother, like his songs of just like I would just be out there freaking wait, let me hold on, wait a minute. That's not right. I would like sing his songs with my brother. It'd be a fun time, He'd do the rapping of Kanye and I'd be the girl featured artist, whatever. And I grew up with him, especially because my brother forced him down my throat. But I grew up with the guy, It was my life. And then um I don't know. He kind of fell off. What was happening? I'm trying to Why are you not working? Here we go. He kind of fell off and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Last time I talked about Kanye, I think it was when he was doing the whole thing with the Kardashians and the whole fuck, just like calling out Kim and the whole kid situation and you never know. You never know. It's one thing or another. It's whatever the fuck he feels at that moment is what he wants to talk about. Anywho, since that has happened, it's gonna be it's a whole long fucking thing. And I really debated on whether or not shoot. I really debated on whether or not I was gonna talk about him because I was just like, I feel like he's really going down. He's going through a manic episode. But then when I say that and then you look at his actions, it's just like, no, he's well aware of what he's doing and he doesn't give a fuck anymore. He really does not. He's just doing whatever floats his boat, whatever gives him relevance, because I think he's losing out on some relevance. Well, I mean, what are you going to do? When the clout runs out, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You know? So, and I tried, so I wasn't going to talk about it, but then I was just like, you know what? It's been forced down my throat so many fucking times that like I honestly like I'm at a point where I have to talk about it. So all of the things that I'm going to be showing you right now is coming off of the shade room because when I was like, all right, fine, I'll talk about it. Kanye posts and deletes and posts and deletes and posts and deletes so much shit that when I go to his page to like try to grab content to talk about, it's already fucking gone. It's gone. Gone. So I'm just like, you know what? I know a place where everything is gonna be stored forever, and that's the shade room. So we're gonna be on Instagram right now, looking at everything on the shade room because the shade room is gonna have every fucking thing. So that is where I'm getting my sources right now. So we're just gonna start from the beginning because this just catapulted into a whole lot of shit, whole lot of caca shit, poo poo, and it just kept getting worse and worse. So I think this basically comes out after the fact of like God, I'm trying to remember the specific instance, but he was really like ragging on Chris Jenner, and then you remember the whole text message that Kim had with Kanye stating, stop talking about my mom. She's really, you're really stressing her out and yada 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 and all that bunch of bullshit. What is this, like a week ago? Anywho, September 28th. He goes and he changes his profile picture to Chris Jenner. Why you can't just be a normal person? I don't know, but then he does that, right? and it wasn't for long. Then he comes out and posts to his stories and says, "I posted Chris with thoughts of peace and respect. Let's change the narrative." Homeboy, you never change the narrative. The narrative is what narrative? There's never a narrative with you. Shut up. You literally snap within like 2 seconds. Like, shut up. Anyway, so he starts with that. And then, we think it's fine, because he loves to just like antagonize people and then apologize and then act like it's all fine. Fine, fine. Do you. And then a couple days afterwards, he has a show or an appearance in the Balenciaga show in Paris. He walks down the runway, and I think it just gives him a little too much confidence that the world literally breaks fucking loose. He loses it. He really loses it. He had a lot of hot clips from whatever interview he just did. He just did one with Tucker called I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. Oh my god, this guy stresses me the fuck out. First show I ever found you was about Kanye. I think it was a good episode. Thank you. Anyways, so I think this little thingy right here gave him a little pep in his step, if you know what I mean. And then all hell starts to break fucking loose. Hold on. I try to just like save it, but I have to like go through my thingies. I try to like save it, screenshot it, and then try to format it in a way, and it just wasn't happening. So give him a little too much confidence that he does this fuckery. White lives matter. And it's trending all over Twitter. And then when it started trending all over Twitter, I was just like, when I looked at it, I was like, I'm not going to talk about this fucking man having a psychotic fucking break. And even if it's not a fucking psychotic break, why are you even doing this? If it was funny, it's stupid. It's a stupid joke. And if you're trying to get, attention, it's a stupid ass way to get fucking attention. You're like, what are you doing? You're the white man. He is literally the white man's puppet, and he fucking likes it and he loves it. And what a great position to fucking be in. I mean, at least for him, because number one, he's rich, and number one, he's black. So he's not that dispensable as other, black people in politics are. But he's not that fucking dispensable. He'll literally be their puppet until they die, or until he does something so ungodly fucking awful that they never talk to him anymore. But he does this bullshit, you know and then some more bullshit that he even has Northwest in. The fact that his children are involved in the psychotic behavior is beyond me. Yeah. So that's what's happening. He got a little pep in his step after, being on the Balenciaga runway show. Okay, if that's what he wants to do. And then, people were talking about the whole situation, making it seem like, oh, it's one thing if Kanye is just dumb and he did it just to be stupid, That's always been like his thing. He's just dumb. He has stupid takes and he just says random ass shit. But when I started to put the dots together and other people started putting the damn dots together, if you are in and know the ins and outs of politics, his next move after this happens lets me know clear as fucking ice, clear, crystal clear. I like he knows what his intentions are, because tell me why this man feels the need to have fucking Candace Owen, another fucking female black puppet for the white fucking right wing propaganda shit all over there, out here in Paris doing his white lives matter bullshit. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And people who don't know Candace Owens would just look at him and just be like, "Oh, it's just stupid." But Candace Owens is a political commentator person, whatever. She's out in politics, and she's a right wing, hates her race sort of person. Like, he knew what he was doing when he brought Candace Owens out there and put the damn shirt on her. He knows. It's one thing to just say Kanye West is stupid and he doesn't know what he's doing. That's not the case here. Had he not brought her out, then we could keep that narrative going. That's not where this narrative is going. It's not. Candace Owens, I hate her so much. She's so stupid. I'm sorry. She pisses me off. She's so stupid. She's so dumb. And then we like couple episodes ago we talked about her because she talks about the whole Ray J and Kim Kardashian sex tape. She's so dumb. She's so stupid. Betrayed her race, but whatever. 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 This is whatever. Whatever. But he knew what he was doing when he brought literal fucking Candace Owens. He knew what he was doing. He knew. And then, of course, as White Lives Matter is trending on Twitter, a lot of people had a lot of shit to say, including Boosie. Now, I have my own thoughts. Listen, listen. I have my own thoughts on Boosie. We're not going to talk about them today. Whenever he does a real royal fuck up, I'll start from the beginning on how much he grinds my gears, but we're not going to go there. But, you know, a lot of people have come out about their thoughts, and we're just going to talk about them as they come. So, famous video. Yo, Kanye's fucking wild. Anyways. So this is Kanye not too long, 2005. His comments about George Bush after Hurricane Katrina. I mean,
being the most tragic loss of all. George Bush doesn't care about black people.
oh, but you do. But you do. I don't know what. Do the math for me. 2005, 2022. All of a sudden, you care about black people. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this looks highly suspicious. My headband is like, ow. I don't know, Yang. I don't know.
Please call.
You see how pissed off he is.
May end up being the most tragic loss of all. George Bush doesn't care about black people.
But all the other white people that you around care about black people. Okay, Kanye. Okay. Boosie Badass goes on and says, after all we've been through as a race, you put this disrespectful shit on. You give no fuck about how blacks have died and suffered to the hands of the white man, and you say Bush don't like black people. Really? That's your boy. That's the boy that people will go to bat for. Why? I don't know. I'll never know. Oh, what just happened? What the hell just happened? Misfit covering Boosie. Damn, this is lit. Listen, me, I have thoughts on Boosie, and we're not gonna talk about him right now because it's not about him. But me and Boosie got history. You know how I got history with everybody. Me and Boosie got history. He's a special human being. I tell you what. And then more people were talking about it. I'm just gonna go all the way to the end, beginning. What if Kanye is starting a White Lives Matter organization to steal millions of dollars from white people and buy luxury real estate? Okay. Kanye, okay. I'm just gonna address it real quick. There's this thing where nobody's denying that Black Lives Matter is a movement, with or without the founders or whatever it is. Before it was a hashtag and whatever, Black lives have always mattered. That's not what we're arguing here. But what Kanye is trying to do is what all these fucking capitalist ass motherfuckers love to fucking do, and take a narrative and spin it and make it something that it's not. He's trying to make it seem like he's digging at the people who created Black Lives Matter. And there's a certain person who I guess stole money from the foundation to buy a house or something. That not in my radar, because I don't care. I'm not talking about them because they're not what the movement is about. It's about Black lives mattering. Okay, that's the whole narrative of Black Lives Matter. But he's trying to use the whole person who founded it using money from the foundation to go spend the money on shit, and then claim that Black Lives Matter don't care about no black lives, and that's why white lives matter. That's not the fucking case. It's not. And you're delusional if you think that that's the case, and it's not the case. It's not. But we're gonna continue. Kanye ending his fashion show with yeah. He puts the shirt on. It's insanity. I want to show support for the singer Kanye West and his shirt White Lives Matter. What a courage and solidarity he shows with white people, unlike some lefty liberal. Okay, what? Who is this? He looks white. He looks white. We're not denying. Okay, Listen, we are not, bro. I feel like I'm going through deja vu all over the fuck again. We are not denying that liberals, white democratic people, or just white, or just Democrats in general, we're not going to deny that those people are racist. We're not saying that. Right now, the fact of the matter is the entire fucking Republican wing, the right wing, are racist. All of them are. And all of them live off of the whole white supremacy shit. You can't tell me any fucking different. You can't. You cannot. You cannot tell me any different. We're not denying that there are liberals, Democrats, who are racist. I'm not denying that. But that's not the fact of the matter here. So I don't know who tweeted that, but you are dead wrong, sir. You're dead wrong. Kanye West was on Instagram not too long ago talking about the Kardashians. We're corrupting his black children. Exactly. He was just on freaking, like I just showed you. He was just on Instagram talking about talking about the Kardashians trying to corrupt his black children, and then he goes on and puts on a White Lives Matter t-shirts in front of his children because Northwest was at that little show. Make it make sense to me. I feel so horribly bad for his children who are growing up right now, who are learning to read and doing all this stuff and seeing all this shit in the media. And the one time they're on TikTok and all these stupid people start commenting stupid shit, and then they see it. It's awful. So many folks, Jameel Hill said, so many folks are trying to excuse Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter t shirt as just a troll. It's not a troll. Or marketing. Not good marketing. Maybe it is. But it is dangerously dumb to send it's a dangerously dumb message to send for someone with a massive platform. I've been off, dude, but y'all go ahead labeling this foolishness as genius. It's not genius, and he's not a provocative person either anymore. He's just not. He's just not. Kevin Gates said it's best. Kevin said, oh my god, Kevin Gates said it best. Fuck BLM. If you don't understand the symbolism of Kanye pandering White Lives Matter or All Lives Matter, this is the reason. Huh? Kanye West's decision to wear a White Lives Matter t-shirt is disgusting, dangerous, and irresponsible. Some of y'all will rush to defend him. Y'all should ask yourselves why. And our good old Jaden Smith said, Black Lives Matter. I don't care who it is. I don't feel the message. I'm out. I just don't know what he thinks he's doing. And to be the devil's advocate here, to be the devil's advocate, not all white people, and I'm sorry to say, not all white people are racist. They're not. But we're not going to simply sit here and pretend and erase with a fucking t-shirt on a black man on the back. Literally on the back of a fucking black. You see that? On his back. Where people would get whipped and whipped as fuck to say White Lives Matter, to have that branded on his fucking back and act like that's okay. That's not okay. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't care what it is or how you want to spin it. It's not okay. It's not. This is who Kanye is. He pushes the boundaries for better or for worse. I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's for the better. I'm going to tell you why. Because it gets he progressively gets worse. And I honestly, listen, up until a couple of years ago, I loved him. But it's just the lashing out when you don't know that much information, and the lashing out and then 2 minutes later taking it back because it's just like, it's like, no, you love to do this shit and call people out in public and make them look bad for no fucking reason. Once the damage is done, you wake up tomorrow and then you apologize. No, that's not how it works. And Kanye has been around for way too damn long to not know how this fucking works. It's ridiculous. Anywho, Gabrielle Carifa Johnson, she's a stylist and a global Vogue contributing. She's an editor in Vogue. Came out and said, it's become clear that some viewers think that my previous post containing my evolving thoughts on Kanye show was some sort of distorted justification for the incredibly irresponsible, dangerous acts of sending. I love how she put white in asterisks. White Lives Matter. T-shirt down a runway. Please understand, it wasn't the t-shirts. This man conceived, produced, and shared with the world are pure violence. He did. The whole thing about White Lives Matter is white supremacy. You're not even using it in a sense of like, trying to like the whole reason that White Lives Matter was invented was from white supremacists, because when Black Lives Matter started to take off, when everybody was at home with fucking COVID and they couldn't go anywhere and they were on their phones chronically, and everything started to blow up because they didn't have nothing else to do but be on their phone, that's when Black Lives Matter blew up. And because white people can never let black people have anything, they can never let them have anything without making it white, they do the whole White Lives Matter. That's the point. That's the problem. Had they just never not said a damn thing and never made White Lives Matter a fucking trending thing, then just maybe Kanye would have some foot in this door. No, there's no foot in this door. There's no foot in this door for me. I don't. And I'm assuming that's what he sent to her. There's a lot of reading. I really don't feel like reading it. He's just an asshole. He sucks. I don't like it. I'm fuming, collecting my thoughts. Yeah. Like literally, the fact that he had a whole bunch of black people, bro. Oh my god. I just think it's widely hypocritical. You have kids with a white woman. Your kids are half white, and you were just dogging, and you continue to dog, and when you cannot find anything else to talk about, you always go back and pull the white card on your mother's kids and grandmothers and aunties. Whenever you so fucking feel like it, you pull the white card and you say that they're poisoning the minds of your young black children. All of a sudden you turn around and you do this shit knowing goddamn well when you bring Candace Owens into the picture what we're talking about when you put the White Lives Matter t-shirt on. That's the problem. And we're not dumb. Kanye has far from, and I'm sorry if you hate this take, but Kanye has far moved from actually doing things that provoke the mind into thinking things. He's not doing it right. The whole shit about when he went on and said that black people wanted to be slaves and doing all of that, what boy, what in what world, what? Okay. Yeah, no, exactly. And this is exactly why you forget that he pulls out the white card to gain sympathy, because he does shit like this. It makes rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds all fucking damn day for 3 days. But when he's ragging on his ex-wife and his ex-wife's mom and family, that runs for like a day and a half and then it's over. But this shit runs for days and days on end. And then everybody forgets about he loves to pull the white card to get sympathy. This is why I don't fuck with Kanye no more. It's like you're too hypocritical, you're too fucking you're two-faced, and I really feel like you're having a mental breakdown and you need to get yourself checked. And sometimes I don't think that you're having a mental breakdown and you need to get checked, because you know what the fuck you're doing. Bro, when he brought out Candace Owens, I was like, you're not fucking dumb. You're not dumb. You know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, slavery was a choice. Exactly. TM, trademark, Kanye West. He said those fucking words. He said those words. Anyways, after the Vogue editor came out and said what she said, not condoning Kanye West's actions, he goes like he does with his. It's not Twitter fingers anymore. Kanye don't got Twitter fingers. He got Instagram fingers. He loves to post shit on Instagram and delete. He likes the hashtag posting. He loves the hashtag post. Felt cute, might delete later. That's what he's doing. Broke the processor when the computer can't read the code. This is a droid. You're so weird. This is not a fashion person. You speak on ye, I'm gonna speak on you. Ask Trevor Noah. You're so weird. You're so weird. Kanye West reacts to the backlash. Everyone knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now it's over. You're welcome. Black Lives Matter is not a scam. The organization and the people that were involved, that was a scam. But the entirety of what it means is not a scam. And that's what's pissing me off about him. And he's just using it. I can tell you right now, he does not fucking care. Because Kanye is too well fucking off where he's not gonna be a random person pulled over by a cop and be questioned and he has to consider his life. He's not, because people know what Kanye looked like. People know who Kanye is. Kanye is a privileged, rich guy. He does not give a fuck about Black Lives Matter if he's gonna be using it as a pawn for his little marketing scheme. Moving on, because there's more to get to. Boosie, our friend of the show, just keeps going on He just keeps going off. I've been going for almost 2 hours. It's okay. I got this. I got this. You gotta love it. I sometimes Boosie is funny, and sometimes he needs to get decked in the face. But this was funny. He said, "Just do it." Literally, literally, just do it. I mean, I mean, it makes sense. You're just gonna keep using your platform to shit on your own damn race like that. This is sad, and the black people who support you are even sadder. Last time speaking on this, he's a clown. He's such a clown. Kanye is such a fucking clown. And then what really rubbed me the wrong way is then when he starts adding Virgil to the conversation and what I forget who this guy is. I think he's like an editor in like Supreme or something. Tremaine, when Tremaine started talking about this whole thing, I'm just like, damn. And he exposed Kanye. I'm like, oh my God. So Kanye was all like, spank my hand with the rulers. I'll go sit in the principal's office. Can't we talk more about the important things like how the late show was or how Bernard Arnold killed my best friend? Everyone's got a right and an opinion. Oh my God. Anyways, Tremaine goes out and says, "I gotta draw the line at you using Virgil's death in your yay victim in your yay is the victim campaign in front of your sycophant peanut algorithm gallery. Your best friend Virgil. I don't know. Am I allowed to say? Quick question. Quick question. Am I allowed to say that word? Am I allowed? I'd like to know. I think I am. I think I am. But then again, I'm Dominican. And I'm not negating my ancestors. I'm not. I feel like I am. But some people look at me and tell me that I can't say it. So can I say the word? For now we're just gonna skip over the word. What word? This word right here. Right here. You see it? The N word right here. In capital letters right here. You don't see it? That word. I don't know. No, no. I'm gonna say it because I don't give a fuck. Negro, please. This is the last time you. This is the last year you said Virgil's designs are a disgrace to the black community in front of all of your employees at Easy. Ask Lettuce Holland. I got all the receipts. Don't let me get into the things you said about Virgil after his death. Yay, tell people why you didn't get invited to Virgil's actual funeral, the one before the public one at the museum. You knew Virgil had terminal cancer and you wrote on him in group chats at Yeezy's interviews. You are so broken. Keep Virgil name out your mouth. Keep Gabrielle name out your mouth. You're not a victim. You're just an insecure narcissist that's dying for validation from the fashion world. Take care. At least we'll always have Uganda. Riveting. Drunk. I know this. I'm gonna look at you. I know this. I know how I got this color, even though I only speak English and Spanish. I know this. But when I tell people that I'm Dominican, they say I'm not black. Black people say I'm not black. So I don't know. I just gotta ask the jury what I can and cannot say. I know where we come from. I know where my ancestors from Dominican Republic come from. I know this. I know it for a fact. And I debate every fucking body about it. I do. I debate everybody about it. I know where my people come from. But when I say I'm plain outright, I say I'm Dominican, they're like, you're not black. And I'm just like, black people say I'm not black. And I say, well, if you say so. I say, if you say so, then okay. Then I'm not black today. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just listen. Any black person who say you not black is crazy. All right. I mean, sometimes it happens, and I'm just like, listen, if that's how you feel, then all right. To you, I'm not black, and that's okay. That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, fine. Um, the saga continues. Um, what just happened? So after that post, Kanye does what Kanye does, and he says, "In war, they will send your own people at you." Good one, Bernard. Your own people. How are you gonna call him your own people when you were just when you are doing what you're? I don't know. You were against your. You were sending yourself against your own people. You're sending yourself against yourself. I thought you was Broward County Black. What's what's that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? You thought I was Kodak Black Black? You thought I was Kodak Black Black? I'm Miami Dade Black. I was born in Miami. I moved from there since then. I don't even remember life when I was out in Miami. I think I was there till like I was like 6 or 7. Not gonna tell you where I live now. Maybe stalkers out there. You thought it was Broward County Black. You thought I was Kodak? No, Pompano is still part of. Anyways, moving on. Trying to go through this quick because I'm just over. I'm just over Kanye. I am. Look at the mess. See what I don't like. See, and then here's the point. What I don't like is him backtracking all of a sudden. He's the backtrack master. Gabby is my sister. I'm not letting people go to bed thinking I didn't meet with Gabrielle at 5 p.m. today for 2 hours. Then we went to dinner at 30. Anna had blah 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 blah. She expressed that her company did not instruct her to speak on my t-shirt expression. We apologized to each other. She disagreed, I disagreed, we disagreed. At least we both love Ferdy and fashion. He blows up in people's faces when they disagree with him. And then they meet, and even though they still agree to disagree, all of a sudden you're buddies now. No. And then Vogue came out with a statement in support of her after her critiques on Kanye West's shirts. I mean, that's the I don't know, could you say it's narcissistic personality? Is it a narcissistic personality when you do certain things like this? I like he goes and attacks people and then like within 2 hours he's like, "Oh, I talked to her and now we're cool." You weren't cool like 2 seconds ago before you lost your damn mind? No? Now you're cool? Okay. I mean, now you're cool after having a conversation where you completely agree to disagree, right? Not okay. No, okay. Okay. And then it gets worse because the Kardashians get dragged into it because now he doesn't know what the hell else to talk about. Oh, Candace Owens also had, bro. Candace Owens had to go and insert herself into something that had nothing to do with her. Nothing. Nothing at all. She decided to insert herself. Um, Here she goes. Response to Kanye's post. My bigger question for Gigi, and because Gigi came out with a statement. I'm gonna read in a second. Candace Owens, you got no fucking right to call out your fellow white people. You don't. My question is for Gigi is whether or not she felt like it was bullying when Pete had your children. Huh? Wait, what? Is whether or not she felt it was bullying when Pete had. Oh, okay. Candace doesn't know how to structure a sentence. My bigger question is for Gigi is whether or not she felt it was bullying when Pete had your children's name carved into his neck and was walking around with that first after 6 minutes of dating Kim. I like Gigi, excited to see what she's weighing in on bullies in Hollywood now because everyone seemed pretty tight-lipped about a tight-lipped and not too concerned about the mental health when a man had to watch the media pretend it was normal for another man to tattoo his children's name on his body? Was that trauma or violence? Girl, what? Shut up. Honestly, shut up. Shut up. My God. I honestly don't even know what narcissistic is. I heard it. Okay, we're gonna define it right now. I hope I'm using it right too. Narcissistic. What the hell? Narcity. Narcity? Narcissistic. Now here, we're gonna learn together. A person who has an excessive interest in admiration of themselves. I think we got it spot on. You don't think? What do you think? Hmm? Here. Nope. I think we got it spot on. Can you even read that? A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Narcissists who think the world revolves around them. I think Kanye thinks that his world revolves around him. So Gigi Hadid came to quick in a defense of the Vogue editor, saying you wish you had a percentage of her intellect. You have no idea if there's actually a point in any of yours shit. If any of your shit, she might be the only person that could save you, as if the honor of being invited to your show should keep. Oh yeah, and then he tried to invite Gigi Hadid and all these other people to walk in his show and wear the shirts. And then she said no. She said, "You're not gonna make me wear that White Lives Matter shirt." So he went and invited all these white people to try and have them walk in his show and wear the White Lives Matter T-shirt. Are you kidding me? It's narcissistic as it gets. Can you believe he literally tried to have Gigi Hadid, a white woman, walk in that shit with the White Lives Matter shirt? You're joking. Oh my god. Crazy. And then when he's losing traction about the whole, getting support from the White Lives Matter thing, then he goes right back to the same thing about seeing his daughter Chicago on her birthday, and he reiterates this stupid story every chance he gets. He goes, I wonder what Gigi and Venus's perspectives were when I didn't know where my child was on her birthday party. Ridiculous. So why did everyone feel so free to attack me about my T-shirt, but Candace Owens was the only public figure to say that it was wrong for the Kardashians to keep me from seeing my daughter? Or we just chime in when we want to tear a black man down for actually having different political opinion. See, he loves pulling this card. See, now he's pulling the white card again. He's pulling the white card again. Here we go. He's pulling the white and the black man card. He's pulling the black man card out right now. And then Chloe has had enough of his shit. He's had enough. She's had enough. She goes on to say that he knew about the entire thing. I'm just gonna summarize it. He knew about the entire thing, about where the party was, where and what was happening and how it was happening, and then he even showed up afterwards, all on his own after he was done having his little rants. Go figure. He goes and attends the birthday party because he wanted to have two separate ones, and then all of a sudden he wanted to like go and attend the party. And she claims that they have receipts and stuff like that, which I 110% believe, especially the Kardashians. This whole expose you The whole expose you doing make me realize how much Kanye complains about his personal exact. And now you got me caught me sitting not good. And now you see why I have come to a place where me and Kanye, we're just not friends no more. We're not friends no more. He's doing too much and he's gone to a point of no return that I cannot see him on my timeline anymore. Or it literally like makes my skin crawl and it's just like why? Why? He probably parked outside the party while he exactly my point. And he's the type of guy, he looks like the type of person who would act like that as well. Damn right. And now he's gonna pull out the white card and attack Khloe Kardashian, calling her a liar. She could remember her father not being there. Remember her father for not being there. I'm pretty sure that was like Chicago's like third birthday. Like, calm down. They remember things like when they're like 7 or something. My last memory was when I was like 7, and that's barely like neither here nor there. So like, come on. That's pretty much the gist of it. It just keeps going on, and people are just reacting the whole thing. And then he comes out and says that his dad found it funny, which I don't think so. I don't think he did. And it's just like, no wonder why Gap and like Adidas are like dropping him like a hot pan because they just cannot deal with the public persona that he's putting on. Like, this is worse than like the Try Guys shit. Like, can you imagine? This is like the Try Guys stuff, but like on steroids. And it just keeps going and going and going. It's like every month something is happening, and then he disappears for a year, and then he's back after he literally leaves for like 6 to 7 months at a time to curate a whole story to come back and create drama for the rest of the year, and then leaves again. Am I the only one who notices that pattern? Now Adidas says that their relationship with Kanye West is under review. Oh, go figure. And then I hate when he writes in this tone. I'm not even gonna read that. You see that? I hate when he writes in that tone. It's ridiculous. Kanye uses his 5 main cards: the white card, the black card, the whore card, I'm really broke card, and the creative genius card. You got that right. Adidas placed their Yeezy partnership under review, and I'm not surprised. It has always been part of the creativity, yada yada yada. Part of it. They're just at this point. They're past the point of just like. I'm sure they love making money with him, but the bad press is really starting to get to them. And then when really, the drama was starting to fall off, he just had nothing else to talk about, but then start accusing people of sleeping with people that they never slept with. Go figure. Um, Drake will fuck your baby's mama's mama. Okay. Then he says ASAP Rocky fucked Yoon, which is another lie. And then he says he has a crush on Kylie Jenner's friend, Anastasia Stas, which is like, okay, problematic age gap, but whatever. Creep. Kind of gross. Obviously, he just started to just lie up his ass because he had nothing else good to talk about. And then good old Tucker Carlson got a hold of him, the demon, on Fox News. And I'm just gonna play this little clip from Fox News because he apparently had a lot to say. Why, I don't know.
Things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. Like as if you asked like Tanya Harding how she did the triple flip or the triple spin. She was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format, it just happened. Like it happened outside of practice.
What is he talking about? Like for real, like no shit, like not even playing. What is he talking about?
Happened in the real format, and that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real for the real battles. I do certain things from a feeling. I like.
Okay.
I want to answer the white. I feel like someone caught what I was saying, the comparison to Tanya Hardin about the White Lives Matter. You know, my dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today. He said, "White Lives Matter, ha 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 ha," and I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny, and I said, "Dad, why do you think it was funny?" He said, "Just a Black man stating the obvious."
And Tucker Carlson is eating this shit up because I can guarantee you right now, all of these fucking white right wings, white nationalists do not give a fuck about what he has to say, but because they're out here pushing his narrative, they don't care. You can see the smile on Tucker Carlson's face, like, yeah, tell me more. Tell me more about White Lives Matter. Tell me more. Tell me more as a Black man. Why White Lives Matter? Tell me more. And they're eating this shit up. Like Herschel Walker. And Herschel Walker's a whole different story. He's running for office and it's a whole damn thing. But they're just using him. They're just using Kanye right now as a pawn. And I'm sure he knows, but I'm sure like he doesn't care anymore. Because like, I mean, what else can you do at that age with all that money, with nothing going on, trying to make it into the fashion world, but you're not being taken seriously. So all you have to do is try and be freaking, I hate using the word provocative because it's just not, but he just wants to be controversial for no reason, to try to stir up something. But every time he does it, he's not doing it right, and it's just making it negative. So much so that, like I said, he does it. He comes and he drops this shit, and then he leaves for a couple of about a month. And I feel like when he's out for those months, he's just out trying to like put together a story. I feel like he literally has a whole like storyboard, and he has literally play by play what he's gonna say. And if this person reacts, I'm gonna say this. And if this person reacts, I'm gonna say this. And then if this isn't working anymore, I'm gonna bring back the Kardashians again. And if this doesn't work anymore, I'm gonna bring the whole Trump thing again. And you know what I mean? Like I feel like he has a whole like board with like the red lines, the red thread on a homicide case where they just have red thread going to picture and thing to thing. I feel like that's what he has in his house. Okay, outside of everything, is Kanye a genius at making money? Yes or no? I feel like to a certain extent, yes, but I feel like he's ruining a lot of partnerships if he doesn't really figure it out. I mean, there are things I'm sure he could say in the future that are gonna remedy the situation and continue to make him money without being so stupid. But he's losing money. He's losing partnerships with freaking Adidas, and he's losing partnerships with Gap and stuff like that. And companies like that are like global, like they're big. And to lose that, I mean, I feel like he's trying to do it on his own, and he's not doing it in the right way. And then he wants to like make clothes like $20 for a sweater, and damn near those sweaters damn near cost the $100. He's not very good at making money. He's not. If he wants to sell what he's selling right now as a public figure that he is, a celebrity, the clothes that he's selling, he's trying to sell it for $20, and he's just breaking away all these. Is he really that smart with money? I don't know. He's literally having issues with Adidas right now. He literally just got dropped, or he left, or whatever, with Gap. I mean, and then the only real reason why he gets like, and I don't even know what his plays look like on his music anymore because I literally don't care anymore. But it's just like people listen to his albums when they come out is because literally a month or two, or even 2 to 3 weeks before it comes out, he creates a whole drama and then puts the music out there. Did you not remember the whole thing that he did with Donda and saying he was going to release it, and he was going to release it, and he was going to release it? He never released it. Then he had this whole back and forth with Kim and Pete Davidson, and doing all this extra stuff and all this extra stuff. And then all of a sudden, after he could not milk it no more, then he put it out. It's just like, no one's gonna buy your shit if there's nothing popping off about it. So it's just like, are you doing it? I don't know. He knows how to create drama for sure. Do you think Yeezy clothing brand could survive on its own without? Nope. And I'm just being honest. I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like Yeezy and I feel like Gap and Adidas are making it more accessible to people who would otherwise not buy it. But if it was just him, no, he can't do it on the way that Kim is doing it. Kim could literally, if she wanted to, not sell it in like retail anymore if she wanted to. She literally doesn't have to if she doesn't want to. People would buy off her website in freaking, I don't know, didn't matter, from Australia, wherever in the world, they'll literally buy it. I'm sure it's international. She can sell it on her own if she wants to, and then people come to her and sell it. But would he make as much money as Kim? I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. Because I feel like Kim, like if we're just gonna compare Kim and Kanye, I feel like Kim is more like um approachable is not the word, but she is more a people's person. Kanye is just not, when he does the thing that he does, like what he just did now, he's not just affecting the black people. He's also affecting like other minorities that are just like, you if you shit on people, like your own people like that, like people in I don't fucking know. I don't know, England or stuff like that that are black as well. They're gonna be like, "Are you kidding me right now? Like that's how you feel?" Ooh. I disagree. I think Yeezy clothing brand is way bigger than Adidas or Gap. But would you personally go onto Kanye's website and buy it? Do you have anything Yeezy? I have Skims. I wear Skims. She likes, I don't know. I'm sure in and I don't disagree with you. I'm sure in a way like Yeezy is a whole bigger like concept, but being attached to these distributors like Gap and Adidas, it's more accessible and people will always continue to buy it and always have it, and they're always going to be in production and constant money flow. But when if it's just him and he has to do it himself and be at all these meetings and doing you know what I mean? I don't He's not going to be pushing out as much. I'm sure he'll make up like collectively they could do it quicker than Kanye can do it. Not saying that Kanye can't do it. It probably would take him some time, but I just don't feel like it would be the same if he wasn't backed by them. Only for the reason of who he is turning into. Kanye years ago when he was a lot tamer and a lot chill and not doing all this weird white lives matter shit. I'm telling you right now for sure. I'll tell you 100%. But he's off the rails right now. He's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. I wouldn't pay for a shirt with the holes in it. Yeah, $200 shirt. Yo, he doesn't appeal to the fact that he's trying to break into fashion with that bullshit with them holes in it, bro. People still wear shirts and pants like that to this day, and I'm just like, bro, we couldn't leave that. We couldn't leave that back in like 2016, 2015. We couldn't just let that go. No, all right. Normally, when I get a hole in my shirt, I throw it away. But there's many people who will. The stuff sell out in 30 minutes. Will the quality of a drop with a partner? Yes. What? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the quality with out a partner, yeah, yeah. That like I feel like that is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's something going on with him, and I'm just not feeling it. He's not appealing to his greater audience because right now, and I don't believe in cancel culture, but cancel culture right now is all the rage with all the Zoomers. You know what I mean? The Zoomers should be his current target audience because people like me that have can have these conversations and like really sit down and think about it. We'll think twice. We'll think four times before we go out and buy a shirt or whatever. Can you imagine the generations are after me? You know what I mean? They're becoming a lot more conscientious and thinking about things a little more, and I just feel like he needs to really figure out what he's saying to these people because a lot of people will just cancel you in 2 seconds, just be like, no, I'm not buying your shit, and then they'll boycott your shit for like 2 months. Not saying that not saying that cancel culture is a real thing. It's a real thing within the Zoomers, that generation. In their minds, it's the real thing, but it's not a real thing. But that's the audience right now. He's not catering to me. I'm not gonna buy his shit. He's not catering to me. So whatever. But to my sister, that's her audience. That's his audience right there. I can guarantee you right now, she doesn't like him anymore. My cousins and all them don't like him no more because he's just being weird. Because now they're right now, kids are in a weird time thing where they're learning about slavery, and then they're also learning about how people don't want them to learn about slavery, and they're wondering why. They're learning about all the gay rights and all this stuff, and now they're learning about right now about how all these politicians don't want all these LGBTQ rights, and they're just like, well, what the fuck, why can't we just, you know what I mean? They're going through that right now. So, and that's what I'm gonna say. I don't hate Kanye personally. I don't hate him. I'm sure, you know, I don't hate him. I just feel like he's going through something that he really needs to figure out. And if he doesn't figure it out, he's going to lose a lot of people. I don't hate Kanye. And even if he comes out with an album, I'm sure there's going to be like one or two songs that I kind of bob with, whatever. I don't hate him, but I just don't like what he's doing and his messaging right now. It's not a good look. But what can I do? And with that, what did you just say to me? They still would rock a pair of Yeezys. Stop playing. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. But you know what? The shoe part of it is like I don't know, for me, at least for me, I feel like the shoe part of it, I don't think about. I don't know. Like, I don't associate Kanye with the shoes anymore. Because a lot of different brands are making those kind of like types, but I don't associate the Yeezy shoes, like the original Yeezy shoes, with like Kanye anymore. I just associate them with like shoes. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I've been going for almost 2.5 hours. So I'm going to get going. Can't wait to see you guys back on Tuesday. I'm sure a lot more shit is going to unfold as soon as I click off. And actually, right now, I'm going to go on my phone because it's been a little silent. I'm wondering, because I was refreshing and refreshing just to make sure that Kanye wasn't out here, doing some stuff. But, Jesus Christ. This is why I don't like. Oh my god. Oh my god. I opened my phone and this is San Antonio officer fired on body cam after shooting a teen at a McDonald's parking lot. I just, godly, my god. Nope, nothing new on Kanye. All right, we're gonna leave it like that. I hope not to talk about Kanye anymore, but what can we do? You know what I mean? But yeah, that is it for today. Can't wait to talk to you on Tuesday. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on Tuesday as I awkwardly try to sign out. Bye.